Today on Divorce Court.
My wife, she had an accident which caused her to have a traumatic brain injury.
Some of my challenges since the accident have been memory loss.
Now, since the brain trauma, it's been as though it's a whole new person.
Now he's more aggressive and impatient.
She's become like hypersexual. Usually I'm the one upholding the bar, but she kind of beat me right now.
Maurice, I want you to do better and be kind and gentle to me and show me that this marriage is worth saving.
Laronda, you do have somebody in your corner. I just want you to see that it's me.
Divorce Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Lynn Toler presiding.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here with Maurice Martel and Laronda Martel. The two of you have been married for 8 years, though you've been together for 10. You have no children together. Mr. Martel, why don't you tell me, you're here on to Save My Marriage.
Yes.
Because you need help saving your marriage. Tell me what's going on and why you've come to see me.
Well, basically what's happened, Your Honor, is my wife, she's had an accident. Basically, it was a traumatic which left her with a traumatic brain injury. Mm-hmm. And since the accident, she's kind of been acting a little different towards me. I basically really haven't understood kind of like her ways.
What generally happened? Did she fall or did she?
Well, my wife, she kind of has like blackouts from like a past childhood trauma. She had like a little blackout episode. She got out the car, kind of started running down the street, but long story make it short, after I, kind of chased her down, she ended up falling off a bridge, like 10, maybe 12 feet. It was a traumatic day for both of us, honestly, because, I know she had to go through it, but I had to go through it, on my end. But they actually had to resuscitate her when the ambulance came, and honestly, I thought I lost my wife that day. Okay. I'm thankful she's here now.
Yeah. I'm glad we're seeing you at the end of the day. Very glad to see you.
Thank you, Judge.
You say there's been a change in personality since the brain injury. Why don't you tell me what you're seeing?
Okay, for one thing, me and my wife, we like to listen to gospel music and things like that, of that nature. This is like a time where I really kind of understood how different things were. We would just listen to some gospel music. I would talk to her kind of on the subject of the gospel music, being that we kind of do that kind of music and we produce that kind of music and she sings that kind of music. But being that after I talked to her about it, she was looking at me like, being a little too religious. And I'm like, too religious? I didn't understand that coming from her. But at that time, I really understood how serious the injury was. It wasn't just about her losing memory of things or her losing memory about the times that we've been through. It's actually she lost her memory of who she is, and she's on the journey trying to...
Well, tell me some of the three most dramatic personality differences that she has as a function of it.
Well, right now, her trust, it's kind of...
Trust?
Kind of like, it's really being shaky. She's already had like a paranoia thing towards me, but since the accident, the trust, the paranoia, it's much worse. She's also got like this hypersexual appetite right now.
Well, you don't mind that, do you?
Nah, I don't, but it's other things that kind of factor into that case also.
Let me ask you this. I understand you were talking about her exaggerated sense of fear. She doesn't like it when you hold the door open for other women. And I found that to be odd. So why don't you explain that to me? And then I swear I'm gonna let you talk. I really am.
Okay, so let's say this one instance. We're going to a restaurant. We obviously going there to go get some food. I hold the door open for my wife because, I'm a gentleman. That's what I do for her. I hold the door open for her. She goes through the door, and all of a sudden, there's somebody else coming through the door. So I'm walking with my wife, but by the time I'm walking with my wife, the lady's behind me, and she's like, "Thank you, sir." And my wife looks at me like, "You should just go be with her." And needless to say, she got so irate, we ain't even leaving her food that day.
Ms. Martel, do you have a problem with him holding the door open for other women?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
Why?
Because he wanted to marry me so bad all those years ago, and since he's dedicated himself to me, he needs to continue to keep that up.
What's that got to do with him being a gentleman?
Well, he does that outside of the house, and when we're in the house, he's not like that to me. So I don't want him focusing on every other woman like we have a charity marriage. So, you know, I have an issue with that.
Ms. Martel, you're wrong, okay? I'm gonna tell you you're wrong, and I'm gonna tell you why you're wrong. It would be really ludicrous if there was a woman there and he just lets the door go and she's got to open it herself. That makes him look tacky and tired. I would be mad at my husband if he didn't hold the door for a woman behind him. You know what I mean? I'd pop my sons in the head if they didn't hold the door open. It's the job that they do. We do a lot for them. The least they could do is open up a door or two, and they got nothing to do with where they want to be. It's just he's there, he's strong, he left the door open. Let that go. Let it go.
Yes, Your Honor.
Let it go. Let it go. Man, I'm just, you know, being funny. But I know you've had a lot of changes. What's been the most difficult thing for you since your injury?
Most difficult thing is memory loss, a sense of time frame of memories, a lot of moments where I don't have the time. Like, it could be 4 months ago, it could even switch to last week. It just gets scrambled around all the time, so I'm just dealing with it day by day, and it affects him a lot because he doesn't understand how it is in my mind now since I had the accident. But
So even when you form new memories since the accident, you may not be able to quite place them chronologically with the other things.
No.
Very interesting. Do you have a neurologist that you see on the regular?
I see a therapist and yes, I do.
You do?
I do.
Yeah, yeah. Are they helping?
They're helping a little bit, Your Honor. Yes,
right.
they are.
All right, all right. Good enough. I want to go on to the finances. Even though we've had a dramatic problem here, money never stops being an issue, so we got to talk about it.
He has an anger problem. He has too much aggression, so he might need a little counseling himself.
Mr. Martel, you aggressive over there?
Yes.
I would say, yeah.
You're struggling with money. Tell me specifically why.
Well, main thing is I'm a disabled veteran, and I have like back injuries, knee injuries, shoulder injuries, and I really can't just do, you know, like construction jobs and stuff like that. So I use the, you know, the trades that I have, and I'm an artist. I would go around, I draw portraits for people to kind of earn funds for people. I mean, not earn funds from people.
Sure.
And when business is slow, I mean, it's detrimental to both of us. But I actually drew an example of.
I'd love to see it.
Of what it is that.
I made him do it.
And I actually drew a picture of you, Judge, just as an example of what it is that I do.
Oh my! Wow!
Do you like it?
Got the hair down. Yes, indeedy. Well, thank you, sir.
And the hair.
Yeah.
You're welcome, man.
Other than the drawing, what do you do? I mean, there are other things other than physical labor that you can do. Are there other means by which you're trying to make money?
Well, honestly, here and there, just trying to do whatever gigs that I can do, being that I'm limited to my disabilities.
Mrs. Martel, are you able to work or?
Not at the moment.
Right,
I'm not yet.
yeah. You just don't, you're not able to.
I do what I
hold
can.
It down, right.
I might go to a beauty supply and earn cash for that week, but that's all I can do.
That's all you can do. Do we have a spending problem on top of that not being able to earn problem? Because I really can't fuss at you about that because you're trying.
Yeah.
But do we have a spending problem?
Honestly, Your Honor, it's not a spending problem. It's more so on my part. Like this situation to where she had a modeling gig that she wanted to go to. I told her that I was gonna make sure she had everything that she needed, and it was good for her. I spent basically the rest of the week trying to get the funds that she needed for her outfits, heels, and all this other, you know, things to make it to the event. But when the time came, I ended up spending all the money on gas trying to get the funds, and I didn't end up getting the funds that she needed for her outfit so she could make it to the gig. So it was like a disappointment.
Yeah.
And just the look of, you know, seeing the disappointment on her face, it really kind of just struck me. Because, I mean, really wasn't much of nothing I could do with the, you know, with the situation, but just try to earn the funds. But that was even after the accident. She was really trying her hardest to even earn funds for us then through her healing process, but it was just
Are you
hard.
at all distressed by the money situation? I mean, so far, I just like you people. You know what I mean? So far, it's just like two good people. You're a beautiful woman. You're an artist. You're a vet. And you've had some struggles, but you're in it to win it. And other than the opening door for ladies thing, I think everything's looking smooth and good. Where's the difficulty coming in? I mean, I know you're fighting through things, but
Well,
let
Your
me
Honor,
know.
he didn't tell you how he acts in public. Like, for instance, he brought up going to get some food at a place. Well, as soon as a guy looks at me, he raises, he goes in on it. So he has an anger problem. He has too much aggression, so he might need a little counseling himself.
Mr. Martel, you aggressive over there?
Yes.
I would say yeah. Yes,
Really?
Your Honor. And
Overly.
honestly, it's when people are wrong, you know.
Are you a jealous man?
Yes, very much so.
Oh, he told me.
Has she given you a reason to be jealous?
No. No, she hasn't.
Yeah.
She hasn't.
Thank you for the honesty. Yeah. I'm going to move on from the sublime, which is how you two love each other, to the bit of the ridiculous.
Ooh.
My understanding is you want to add a third party to the marriage. He
Myself.
cheated on you in the past.
Yes.
And your resolution to that is to watch him do it in front
Yes.
of you, so
I
you
want
have
to-
reference
Yes.
material.
Yes, Your Honor.
How would you deal with your partner becoming a different person after a traumatic accident? Tell us what you think at Divorce Court. Mrs. Martel, do you really, really want to add another woman into the marriage sexually, is my understanding?
Well, Your Honor, it is an idea that I had, and I can't lie about it. I'm not trying to force Maurice to change or do any outrageous things, but we have a history, and he knows what he's done, so I kind of wanted to see him do those performances up close in person. And, the idea came to invite someone that could be my friend, that could help me when he's off drawing everybody else. So it's just an idea.
Hold up. Oh, so you're not talking a threesome. You just want another dude?
I wanted to do a threesome also because I wanted to see what he does. When
With
he
another
did it.
woman?
Yes, when he did it while we were married. So I wanted
you're
to
saying
witness it for
he
myself.
cheated on you in the past?
Yes.
And your resolution to that is to watch him do it in front
Yes.
of you, so
I
you
want
have
to-
reference
yes.
material.
Yes, Your Honor. I want to see the angles. I want to see how he sounds. I just want to be a part of it, so we can get that out of our system and fight, for the marriage.
You don't like it when he opens the door for other women.
I know.
Are you going to be okay with seeing this cat doing the mad fantastic with somebody else other than you?
Yes. I do wanna enjoy some things that I haven't done with him, so that's
Why don't you just do it with him? You don't need somebody else.
He's getting better at hanging in there.
Oh.
Because he's used to waking me up and wanting whatever he wants, but nowadays
Now
it's
you
flipped
waking him up.
around and it's
I
a
used
huge
to have, my
appetite.
sex drive was up there, but she done surpassed me. Like, I gotta catch up.
So, are you happy about it? Are you tired? Or are you?
I'm happy about it, but I'm cautious about it.
Why are you cautious about it?
Cause I can't open the door or draw nobody, and then all of a sudden, you're trying to bring somebody else in, and I don't want, I don't
thought
want
that's
I really
what
don't
he
want
wanted
no,
anyway.
What
I don't
you're
want
talking
any
about.
feelings of inadequacy to come in our marriage for any reason at all.
Most dudes I know would say, "Okay, baby, I'll try it." What is your hesitation?
Okay, my hesitation is, Your Honor, is that I know my wife.
Right,
She may not think I know her, but I know my wife.
right.
And I try my hardest to think about the end result. That's not something I can just I try my hardest to think about the end result. And it's not something I could just jump right into. I know most dudes would be curious to go ahead and hop in there and put
And see
themselves
what
in
would
that
happen, but
situation.
you know.
Yeah, exactly. But I love my wife, I care for her, and I know she's still going through something also.
Ooh,
I don't
all
hurt her- I don't-
grown man over there. Liking that. Liking that a great deal. I know you don't, but I do. Let me tell you what I think I see. How would you feel if your partner's sex drive suddenly shifted into overdrive? Share your opinion on Twitter and Instagram at Divorce Court. Divorce Court will be right back. I have absolutely no idea what you're going through and how it's affecting how you feel. I don't know what it's like to lose memories, lose bits and pieces of your life. I don't know what it's like to form new memories and not being able to put it in chronological order. I have absolutely no idea what you're fighting with. I will say this, though. You've kept your sense of humor. You're beautiful. Keep fighting and keep struggling, because this brother's going to be right there with you. I know it's not going to be easy. Stay with the neurologist, stay with the therapist. They're doing new things all the time, every day. And I believe that you can get where you need to go. You don't have to get those memories back. You can make some terrific new ones. You know what I mean?
Yes, don't touch me. Thank you, Your Honor.
Y'all on the wrong show. I can't fuss at nobody. I mean, you over there showing grown man. You know how many times I've had women crying here and the guy never goes over there and hugs her? Never.
He's
what?
just doing that in front of you.
See?
He is.
But I'm like this behind closed doors, too. If she cry, I'm going to be right there
What's
for
your
her.
other way that you are, though?
What's the other way that you are?
I don't know what she's saying.
Give us an example of the other ways that you act.
You mean like when I move my hands like this and you might think I'm talking and symboling a female or something? Or
I think that one of the things you might want to talk to the therapist about is how it affects your sense of safety and security and your sense of what paranoia is. Because, I mean, I don't want that piece to break apart what I think is a fabulous marriage. I think you think he's somebody other than I'm saying, but you didn't
He's
tell
not
me
going to show
that.
you. It's fine.
You could have told me.
He's PTSD and all kind of other things. He lashes out at me all the time. He yells too much.
Are you in
overly
counseling,
aggressive
too?
to me.
I'm actually not, Your Honor.
You should be.
I'm not.
Because you're dealing with a lot. And whether it's no matter what she said, if you're dealing with PTSD, even if you're not dealing with PTSD, you need to be in counseling so you can care for the person that you need to care for.
help
Are you?
me.
Hey, promise me, you gonna go to counseling?
I'm going to promise her I'm going to go to counseling.
That's even better. Go to counseling, stay in counseling, love one another, let him open doors, no third parties. This matter is adjourned.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I gotta ask about this third party thing. Will you rethink that, or is that something you really, really want?
I can't shut it off or on. It just comes to me, and that's what I want to do. So you gotta have fun, however you gotta have fun.
Okay, on that note, good luck to you.
Thank
and that
you.
third party.
Thank you.
I gotta ask you about this third party thing. She seems pretty stuck on that. Is that something you'll warm up to?
Man, warm up to it. Honestly, I don't know, man. The same factors still, I gotta consider those. I mean, if she wants to do it, if it's gonna help her healing process, I guess I gotta do it.